Welcome to another edition of Midwest Ghost Hunters Dark Matter Podcast. Today, it is part 2 of the investigation we did at Ashley's house in Springfield, Missouri. We're reviewing that. Welcome to another edition of Midwest Ghost Hunters Dark Matter Podcast. Today, we are looking back at an investigation we did in Springfield, Missouri, part 2 of an investigation we did at Ashley's house in Springfield, Missouri. I'm John, Tyler, Chris, Dustin, and Melissa are all here today for the podcast.
Okay, yeah, thank you for thank you for downloading another episode of our podcast. We're going to continue reviewing our investigation we did at Ashley's house in Springfield, Missouri. Very normal-looking home, very different when you're inside, and the claims she's had there are just crazy. Now, you're probably wondering, is there a reason, for this particular house to have this activity? We don't know. We've never really discovered a really good reason. I mean, we've been told, by Ashley herself, well, there was the neighbor committed suicide. But, unfortunately,
yeah,
neighbors
that's not uncommon.
Commit suicide quite a bit. That doesn't lead to your house being haunted. So we don't really have a really good direction to point you in as far as why that would be happening. But that it happened, we can tell you, because we were there 3 times? I don't even remember now, 3 or 4 times. We did an entire live podcast there at one point. I want to say
at least 3.
I think
because you guys went
it
once.
Was definitely, I've got 3 available to me. That's why I was wondering if the 4th may have just blessed you.
I don't know that we ever went a 4th time.
I don't know either. She's invited us back anytime we want to come back, and she has, done a lot of remodeling. And, the place, she sent pictures at one point of something, and I can't remember what it was. And I responded back, it's like, where is this?
Are we going to cover at some point, or are we saving that? The picture?
The picture that was caught here at Pythian Castle?
Yeah.
We can talk about that now if you want.
I mean, it's hard to talk about a picture, but it is really weird.
It is. And it's a picture we'll have to put up on our website, mwghosthunters.com, which is a website that I've not given out in like 3 podcasts now.
Right.
So mwghosthunters.com is, what's wrong?
You hear that?
What is it?
I heard a groan.
I did too.
Nobody else
No, I heard it.
I didn't hear it.
Nope, haven't grown in a while.
I did hear that.
I didn't hear it. We'll have to roll back and.
We also need to roll back last week's.
We will, yeah, and get all those together to bring in, later. But the picture we're talking about, it is hard to talk about a picture, but it was a picture that was taken not by us. But it was taken here at Pythian Castle during one of the tours. Who took the picture? You don't have to say a name, but was it a tour guide or a...
No, it was a guest.
One of the guests took the pictures, and it was during a presentation. It looks like up in the...
it was in the theater.
In the theater. And it's just a picture of the guy giving the presentation. But if you look to the left... Near the exit, there is definitely, and that is not a person in the room.
No,
it's like a white.
Yeah.
And it's not just like a shape. It's a person. It looks like a person.
It looks like a skull.
And if you go into your photo settings and adjust the contrast, it looks even more like a skull.
I played with that picture for about 30 minutes.
It doesn't even just look like a skull. To me, it looks like a full body. Is back there.
But I mean, you can see like the orbit, like the eye holes.
That's why I said it looks like a skeleton.
Yeah.
It's like even the jaw and the mouth.
You can even see like the where a hairline.
And I was trying to see. It looks like it's like wearing almost like a uniform.
Yeah,
I thought of everything I could possibly think of. Bobby said maybe it's a lady's like bun. But it's too tall and it's too human-like. Yeah. And then I thought maybe it was somebody holding their phone up to take a picture and then bringing it down, hence the motion blur. Too big to be somebody's hand.
That's why I sent it to you guys, because I figured these two would probably debunk it.
I played
come
around
up with
the
something.
settings of the picture and the contrast and the colors and the background, the shadows, the black, and all that.
I put it on my computer onto like GIMP, image editing, and I mess with the brightness, contrast, saturation.
Every time you adjust it, it looks more like a person.
It gets worse, creepier and creepier.
It looks worse.
It helps to, like, if you're looking at a picture, it helps to have been there at the time the picture was taken, because you could say, okay, it was this older lady who was just going to sit down or something.
I tell you what that looks like. That looks like a man who is wearing overalls.
It looks terrifying, is what it
looks like.
Absolutely terrifying.
Does. I mean, look at that. Look at those things on there. It looks like a man who's wearing overalls.
Like, I'm telling you,
it looks. You know what it looks like? It looks like Emotep from the '90s Mummy movie. That's what it looks like. It's just creepy, man. It's a creepy looking thing.
It is. I'm just sitting here looking at the picture, and I know, analyzing pictures on podcasts probably isn't the best. That does look like overalls, because I can see like the opening with the arms.
Well,
That's
could be the woman's
Oh,
head.
that's a woman's
You're
head.
right.
That is the woman's head.
You can see her
I
bun.
thought I was seeing the
All right,
cutout.
Yep. But that's I can't explain the
As
creepy
for what's
looking
coming
skull.
out of her head,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't explain
Because
that.
her earring there looks like the button for the overall.
Yeah, it does.
But I can see, it's above that. If you look at because I played around with the picture, it just looks
That's
like
her bun.
I don't know. I can't.
Anyway,
we'll have to put this on the
yes,
website
we're
so
gonna
people
put,
can.
I'll put it up on the website. We
and
didn't
the
take
website
it.
one more time.
MWGhosthunters.com.
I guess we can do that, right?
Yeah, we can put the picture up. Yeah, we didn't take the picture. We're not trying to claim credit for the picture. It's just a picture that that we have access to.
It's a good thing Brendan Fraser isn't in that picture too.
We'll put it on the website, MWGhosthunters.com. You can look at it.
I really can't.
but like the height where the door would be.
Yeah, I was looking at that too.
Yeah,
It's about right. I mean, it's a tall person. But
Those fast mummies in that movie, the ones that crawl.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what
They
that
crawl
looks
along
like.
the side of buildings and
Yeah,
crap.
yeah,
don't they?
that's exactly what that looks like.
Yeah.
Because I think the lady with the bun and the woman to her left are sitting as far up as you can get.
So there wouldn't be anybody in
I
front of them.
don't think there's going to be anybody in front of her.
I don't know. We'll put
and that's during a presentation, so there's not anybody walking around. I'm
No,
assuming,
Todd's already talking. He's already like in the middle of his spiel.
And this isn't just what I know you're sitting, we're at home or in your car listening to this and trying to picture what we're talking about. It's not like a ghost, like a clip art type ghost or just a mist. This is a head of a person.
Well, and the thing about this one that's so hard for me to debunk this is that it's right in the perfect zone, because if it's too good, then all of a sudden you can say, nah, I don't think that's
it's in that Goldilocks zone.
Yeah, it really is, because it's not so crystal clear.
It looks like a decomposing person.
It really does. Yes. It really
And
does.
I know
the
that
best way to
sounds
describe
cliche,
it.
but that's exactly what.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but they shouldn't be walking around.
No, they should not be. Medically
I'm not a doctor.
speaking.
If I were a doctor, though, it wouldn't make any difference.
Medically speaking, they should not be ambulatory at all.
Ambulatory.
It almost looks as tall as Todd does. And Todd's a tall guy.
And Todd is, for people listening.
He's one of the other tour guides.
Okay.
But when you go and look at the photo, he's the one that's in the front speaking. Oh, okay. And they it's tall. Whatever it is, it's tall.
I don't know. We'll put it up on the website, let you take a look at it, MWGhosthunters.com. It's a really good picture.
What was he speaking about at the time, if you don't mind? Do you remember?
I mean, I wasn't here for this tour, but he's probably just talking about what the theater was used for and Charlie Chaplin.
One of you guys bumped the brightness, the contrast, and
that was mine,
color saturation, and you can see the door through the person's head.
No, I know.
didn't even notice that.
No, I think I did that because I
did you do
noticed
that?
You can see the door in the background.
Yeah, I know.
Like
He's
it's
transparent
shining through it.
It's transparent. Like, it's strange.
Well, and I had asked, is this possible? This could some sort of a lens flare, some sort of a
Maybe a pareidolia or whatever that's called, where you see something that you just see patterns that it looks like a face.
That's what I was trying. I couldn't think of what the word was, but that's what I was going to send.
It looks like
something like that.
It looks like a face, but the dimensions are right. Like,
and the height.
It looks like a person standing there.
This is what I'm talking about by this being such a in that great sweet spot, because there are photos that you get that we get all the time that are fake because they're way too clear.
Smile.
It's got like a facial expression.
It does, but it looks. And when I look at this, I see like a decomposed nose,
like
the
jaw,
nose is gone.
like a jawbone.
But I see two definite eyes, a hairline.
Yeah. Yes.
One of the
ears.
things when you give a description of this looking like someone from The Mummy, that's spot on.
Yeah, it really is. It does
that's
look
spot
like
on.
it looks like a decomposing person. And we never get pictures that are that impressive, really. I mean, we get, the goofy ghost app stuff that's easy to tell right off the bat.
We won't talk about that place that
Or
posted one of those.
No, yeah, we won't.
Seems like pictures kind of go like that. Either they're somewhat believable or they're complete nonsense.
Yeah. If they're too good, then it's pretty easy to just monkey around with to tinker around with the settings on a picture and tell that something's been overlaid.
You can load a picture into GIMP or Photoshop and see if it's been
pull it apart. Yeah,
Photoshopped too. And
there's no airbrush lines
you can
or anything
zoom into
on
the
that.
pixels and see the 2 pixels castles were joined together.
Yeah, it's not.
It's untouched as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
But I'm not a Photoshop expert.
Well, I looked at it on GIMP too. I just
thing
zoomed in
is,
to the pixel level.
If this was caused by motion of the camera or whatever, you would see a lot of blur in this that you don't see. I can't really.
Well, you see, yes,
Yeah,
I see.
but what I'm talking about is you would see streaking. It wouldn't just streak in that one area.
That's what I mean. It would have streaked her head too.
Yeah, you don't get isolated like streakiness. It's just strange.
I just see a weird, scary looking face.
People, once we put it on the website, people can save it and put it into GIMP and look at it themselves.
Yeah, it's not our picture, so just do whatever.
If somebody out there is a Photoshop master,
yeah, pull it apart and send it.
Take it apart.
Email it to us, contact@mwghosthunters.com, because it's not a picture we took.
I mean, the reason we're so interested in it is because we're here like a lot.
Yes, we would definitely like to know if that guy is lurking around.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put that up on the website, mwghosthunters.com. You can check it out. We're going to jump back into the Ashley investigation. We got several more EVPs. We may have to do a whole nother, this may be a 3-part thing. I imagine it definitely will. Okay, this is a growling, grunting sound. I don't remember. So just to catch you up, this is a house in Springfield, Missouri that we've been to 3 or 4 times.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw it.
I did.
I saw it as soon as you looked up.
Yep.
Like I heard it. It was
I
like
don't know
a
what
whispering
I did hear it.
I don't know what it
I
was.
didn't hear it.
or a sigh.
Tyler, did you hear it?
yeah, I heard it.
I heard
I
it.
don't know what it was, but
There was something.
he got quiet, and I was like,
There was something there.
Okay, yeah, I was just trying to listen here to see if I heard anything come in. I didn't hear anything that time.
I did, and she did.
Yeah, I did.
Did everybody hear it but me?
I heard it. And I didn't know what it was, but I heard it.
Okay. Well, we'll have to listen there too. I was getting ready to say this is the Ashley's house in Springfield, Missouri. We discussed it last week, and we're going to at least discuss it this week and probably one more because we've got a lot of EVPs from there from our 3 or 4 visits. I can't remember.
Prior to going to Pythian Castle here in Springfield, this was the location we had gotten more EVPs at than any other ever, period.
Yeah, and we got a bunch. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the next one. It's a growling sound that I cannot recall, but we'll see what we got here.
Yeah, I'm thinking we just put the old demon card and call it a night and go to Taco Bell. Let's in there. Or we could just declare it to be a demon and leave.
Okay, so that one actually, I started to talk there, but it actually continued. Were you getting ready to say something?
Is that you speaking in a Cajun accent? Who was that?
Where?
Talking there.
I didn't hear it.
That was John talking about going to Taco
It was
Bell.
me talking about going to Taco Bell.
Okay.
Here, let's play it again and see. Let's play it one more time because you can hear the.
Yeah, I'm thinking we just put the old demon card and call it a night and go to Taco Bell. Let's in there. Or we could just declare it to be a demon and leave.
I didn't hear the Cajun accent as much.
I did.
Was it John?
I don't know who it was, but I
John,
heard it.
John was the only one speaking, right?
I didn't hear it.
That did not sound like the way you normally speak.
Okay, I got to hear it one
No.
more time now because it sounded normal to
Yeah, I'm
me.
thinking we just put the old demon card and call it a night and go to Taco Bell. Let's in there. Or we could just declare it to be a demon and leave.
So you're talking about his overall cadence of the rhythm of.
That's just how he talks when he thinks about Taco Bell.
Gets excited.
That was towards the end of the investigation when we were getting ready to wrap it up. You can hear like a grunting sound, and we've got another one here. Let's see what we got. I just cannot remember these to give you a good. It apparently is about 30 seconds in, so.
Hey, what's this?
Where?
What that? Is that just?
That's been there.
Okay.
If someone ran into, I don't know what that is. That's just, should we go? Would we go upstairs? I don't know. Garage.
There
There it was. That sounded like a.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like somebody's watching the Charlie Brown Halloween special. Or something.
Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like.
It's exactly. Let me go to that spot now that I know where it is, and I can get us to that spot without having to listen to the whole thing.
Should we go? Would we go Upstairs? I don't know. Garage.
Right there.
That's exactly what it sounds like. It
Like
just
somebody
sounds
in a
someone-
white.
Yeah, in a white bed sheet type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. with the eyes cut out.
Yes.
So that was what we got that time. I'm going to go ahead and get the next one pulled up here.
That's a good one.
It's a weird one.
It's so crazy listening to these because I've completely forgotten about all of them.
I don't remember
haven't
any of
listened
these.
back through these in a while. Let's go ahead and listen. This is the beginning of trip 3 there. And I know there's some EVPs we're going to have to bring in and play next week because they're not going to be available to us on here. I'm going to have to go through all of the different zip drives and find where they are. They're the ones with the real aggressive growling. So we'll get to those. But we'll go ahead and play all these for this week, and we'll get us up to that point anyway. I don't know what we got here. Let's just play it and see what we got on this one.
Turned off. I need to go. Hello. We're going to turn this back on.
Be angry.
My first track's been erased.
No, just wait till I get
I'm
there.
back to track 1. I'd already started track 2.
That is amazing.
So weird things. He was asking about things that happen other places.
There.
Hey, it's the old man again.
Yes. So that was okay. So I heard him in the background there.
It's like he's fallen and can't
It's
get up.
like he's falling down. Let's go ahead and go to that spot again without listening to the whole
He
piece.
was asking about things that happen other places.
Right there. It's just weird.
I have
like
a
what I
visual
did
now.
when I pulled my back out a few weeks ago.
Standing up from the kitchen table. Ah! Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. Now, at this point, we talked, I don't remember if it was this week or last week, a little bit about how Ashley did not stay for the first one or even the second one, but I think on the third one, she ended up staying in the neighborhood. And then anyway, we had her stay for a bit to help us get the activity started. And apparently 5 seconds into this EVP, there's something there. We'll see what we got here.
So as the homeowner, I command you to come out and show yourselves. Let us know that you're here. Borrow some energy from a device.
Okay, so that was just like a moaning sound in the background there. Were you
Sounds
gonna
like
say-
something from The Exorcist.
Or
It's
if we were in a different location, I would have thought it was a cow or
It's like
something.
a whale noise.
Yeah, or a whale.
And we're not near the ocean.
We're definitely not in the ocean.
I think we're the furthest away from an ocean you can be. We're in Midland, United States.
Now, this one is weird. This one we've never been able to figure out. We didn't know whether to call it an EVP or if it's like, you'll remember when I play it here because we don't know what the hell this is. And it's really, I think we may have got 2 of these. I don't remember. But it's like that electric, that transmission. Here, let me just play it.
This is that thing we thought sounded kind of like a DVD player.
No, this is a different one. This is a vocal. And here, let me just play it, and you'll remember we didn't know what the hell this was.
Obviously not HVAC.
We really are a lot better than we indicate that we are here on this.
That's what I said. If it's on some kind of timer, I don't know how we'll override it.
right there?
Write it right here, but I don't know how.
Yeah. Like a radio transmission.
That's what I was going to say.
But we didn't have anything that would have received anything like that.
That was weird. I remember it being the strangest thing we had caught up to that point because it's so different.
It's like a walkie or here, let me play it again. Let me play that one again.
We're obviously not HVAC.
We really are a lot better than we indicate that we are here on this.
That's what I said. If it's on some kind of timer, I don't know how we'll override it.
I can write it right here.
that is
but
weird.
I don't know how.
It's saying something. I hear words like.
But through a walkie, a CB or something,
Yeah.
it sounds like almost.
Yeah.
I don't
See, and this was on one of the recorders, right?
Yes.
That wasn't on the actual podcast.
Did you guys just
I
hear
don't-
somebody say "yeah" in the background?
Well, I said yes.
No, it was like a female,
I didn't.
and it
Did
wasn't
you?
on a mic.
I feel like I heard something.
I'm going to be honest. I was reading.
Okay.
I was not paying attention. I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an interesting one there. Now this is walking.
Also, sorry, right before that radio transmission or whatever, there's like beeping.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, that's the first thing I focused in on was the beep, beep,
That's
beep.
not us turning the ghost box off.
No, we didn't have it at this
We'd
point.
gotten rid of it at that point.
It's not our walkie-talkies. We didn't have those.
No,
then.
didn't have
we
those
didn't have those
either.
either.
Let's go ahead and play it again. I want to hear let me see here.
We're obviously not HVAC.
We really are a lot better than we indicate that we are here on this.
That's what I said. If it's on some kind of timer, I don't know how we'll
Do you hear
override it.
that?
I can write it right here.
There's
but
clear beeping before
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I don't know what any of that is.
I don't either. It's
No idea.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next one here. This is walking. It was heard by someone.
What was that? What was that? There it was. Did you hear that?
Who's walking right now?
Nobody. What?
Somebody's walking right in front of the door.
Somebody was walking.
That was you guys. You must have heard some walking near the kitchen or in that, I don't know.
I think you guys were upstairs.
You can hear the floor creak.
You and I were upstairs.
That's what I mean. And then Tyler and I was downstairs, and we heard something right in front of the front door.
And I was reading the description here. It says, Dustin and Tyler were downstairs, heard walking on the linoleum floor between them and the recorder we had placed and captured the floor creak. Okay, that part's obvious. So you and I were upstairs. Let me go ahead and play it one more time here.
What was that? What was that? There it was. Did you hear that?
Who's walking right now?
Nobody. What?
Somebody's walking right in front of the door.
Somebody was walking.
So you and I were upstairs. You guys were downstairs. If it wasn't you guys, it certainly wasn't us. Okay, but I don't even know what this is. But we're going to, I don't know. We'll just play it and see here. I have no idea.
I think I hear the others coming in.
Okay, that's them coming in. They're coming in right now.
Listen, John, right here.
Yeah,
Do you hear it?
got it. Something's going on.
Okay. This is interesting because it seems like we're having to move from one room to the next.
Okay, I was focused on the thing that sounded like it was falling, but was there something else there
There's a
too?
groan.
There's noises back there.
Listen to it again.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Okay, let's go to that spot here. Okay,
I
here
think
we
I
go.
hear the others coming in.
Okay, that's them coming in. They're coming in right now.
Listen, John, right here.
Yeah,
Do you hear it?
got it. Something's going on.
Something's going on.
This is...
Yeah, so I remember when that happened, when we were upstairs, because then we went into that bedroom. Every time we'd go into a bedroom, we'd hear something in another bedroom.
Yeah, it's something in another room.
How come we did not get to Tyler peeing?
You're going to have to provide some context, Chris.
Asking the important questions here.
That's what I'm wondering, is how come we didn't... I'm going to have to do some investigating here, because there's some of these that are here, but they're not showing up for some reason. It's like the ones that we were talking about, they're not missing. I'm going to have to find them. But they should have been plugged into this website, and now they're not. So I'm gonna have to figure that part out. So we will have some more of these to play for you next week that are not here. However, one that I do have is the Sex Ghost.
Yes. The Sex Ghost was awesome because when we first discovered this, I came back to the radio station where I used to make all of our podcasts. I was in working on this thing, and I remember sending Chris a note saying, "Hey, we got this thing," and I didn't know exactly how to describe it, and then I named her the Sex Ghost.
Yes, and so we'll play it here, and then John will say what he thinks she says,
or Chris can say what I think that she says.
Chris won't say it. We've established that.
So let's see. We heard a female. Okay, let me just play it, and then we'll break it down afterwards. Let me get it pulled up here.
Microphone is in the room, and we are outside the room.
Okay, so this is the real, we've got another version of this that is the longer.
Right.
And what I was saying is I need to go into our website builder and see why some are hidden, even though they're numerically in order. There are some that aren't in here, like, because didn't we play you the audio of Tyler in the bathroom?
I don't know if you actually played it or if you just
No, we
talked
played
about
it. No,
Did
we
you play
we
it?
played it. We played it.
Well, I don't know that it was actually on the podcast.
Oh no, it was on the podcast.
It was?
It was because Chris made reference to the he was in full stream.
Oh, that's right.
Chris referenced that.
That's right. He
Last
said.
time we played this, weren't we at the radio station?
But last
played
time
it
But
here.
they played it for me.
to tease that we were going to talk about this, we
Yes.
played audio of
That's
you
right.
urinating.
Because
Yes.
Chris warned me, you're going to hear him peeing. I'm like,
Yeah, and then
fine.
Chris pointed out the stream in the middle of it. He said, "Look, that's his stream. That's his stream."
Yeah, I didn't have the tapered trickle that a normal stream has.
Right.
It had a cutoff.
Yeah.
no.
Do I need to explain how urinating works to everybody?
No. You know.
I think I do.
But my point being, that's now not in here. So I need to figure out why some of these. I need to go into the website builder and see if maybe it had an end date or something like that accidentally. But I'll figure that out. But for this week, we're going to play this one more, and then we'll have to push the rest to next week, and I'll have those by then. This is the Sex Ghost. This is really quick, and let's go ahead and play it, and then we can break it down afterwards.
Microphone is in the room, and we are outside the room.
Boy, that's really quick. We'll have to get the longer one too.
Yeah. The story behind the Sex Ghost is whenever I was back at the radio station, and I called Chris. I said, "Hey," because you got to understand the system we had. This is the only time that we ever used any wireless mics in an investigation because we didn't want to try to run these, and we're running everything into one recording that night. So Chris and I are on a set of wireless mics, and we're upstairs. And the other hardwire mics are downstairs. I asked Chris, I said, hey, is there a possibility that this is maybe Ty and Bobby down there? And she's saying...
Oh, that's right. You blamed it on them.
And I said, is it a possibility? He said, what do you mean? And I said, well, there's something that was said. I'm wondering if this is them. What do you mean? And so I finally tell him what I think they said, and he said, no, that's not them. And that's the story behind that.
Yes.
And why won't you say it?
I think it's a stupid thing to say.
Okay, what do you think was said?
Well, I know.
The sex ghost says, make love to me.
Yeah, Chris won't say it.
That's not something humans say.
Well, I was just trying to debunk. I was just trying to figure out
No, I know.
who
But
might
that
have
is
said
what
that.
this says.
And that's what it says.
And if we can, I'll play the short clip one more time. We'll have to get the longer one, but this is the really short one. It's right at the end.
And I didn't know if it was, if maybe Ty and Bobby were downstairs and she was goofing around.
No,
just
we
saying
would have
some
been
stuff.
much more graphic than that.
Yeah, and that's what
that's not how we talk.
That's what Chris pointed out. He said that's not the phrase that he's going to utter to that.
No.
This is not it.
No.
All right, let me play it again. It's right at the end.
The microphone is in the room, and we are outside the room.
There.
Yeah, I heard it that time.
Yeah, you can hear, especially with the longer form clip, you can really hear it better. So we'll have to find those, and we'll bring those in next week. So we do have more to play because this gets much more aggressive, and we were able to hear much more as the investigation wore on. I don't remember if it was another trip there or if it was a continuation of this one.
I think that the trip that we caught the sex ghost on was probably the most active of all of them. This was the night that it just rained EVPs in there, and it just seemed like that it was all over it, And the other thing, don't you guys think that most of the audio that we've ever caught at the investigations happens in the first 2 hours? Isn't that?
Yeah. It seems like a lot does.
Even here at the castle. I know a lot of paranormal investigators always say nothing gets going until 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
That's just not true.
No.
With us, it's certainly not. With us,
in her house, what her claims are that they happen. She went home for lunch one day and had stuff happening. And saw, she said she saw a full form.
When we go to a house and the person who lives there claims that things happen all hours of the day, that's when we catch. That's when we're almost certain to catch something.
And that's been the case for some of the biggest ones we've done, including both Willard ones and this one.
Just to me, it has never been a situation of you've got to hit that magic golden hour, 3 a.m. That has never been the case. And for us, it's always early. It's after we've been there 2 or 3 hours, and then we get a bunch of activity, and then it just
tapers off.
stops.
Tapers off, yeah.
And it's always been like that.
Yep. That's true, and this was no exception at Ashley's place either. It did taper off to the point where we went ahead and just took off.
And even here at the castle, you would think, because what time did we start investigating? About 9-10 o'clock at night.
8:39. Yeah, we started setting up at 8:30. I think.
But by the time we really started going through with Melissa, it's 9 o'clock or so.
Probably, yeah.
Because they were getting some stuff done. And we caught more stuff certainly from 9 to 11 than we did from 11 till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Because the later it got, the less stuff we heard. And do you find that's true as well, Melissa? The nights that you've stayed here at the castle, do you hear more stuff in the middle of the night?
It kind of comes and goes. A lot of times things will start off and then it dies and it'll pick back up again later on in the night.
Now, the nights that you've stayed here, have you ever discovered that there's more on a certain time, or is it different night to night?
It varies.
Okay.
I don't really see a pattern.
Well, and we know activity happens here during the day because we do this podcast during the day, and we've heard multiple things happen.
Yes.
As we do it. So that alone debunks that it has to be between midnight and 3 a.m.
But when you're here alone, and I know not everyone will get that opportunity, but when you're here alone, boy, things are just...
I couldn't imagine.
It's incredibly eerie, and it is so quiet in this building. Even if you come on a tour, you can come on a tour and you're not going to hear anything outside unless it's a loud vehicle. You won't hear anything. It's dead quiet in here. So when you're in here by yourself in a great big 40,000 square foot building, it's creepy as shit.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I can completely see that. The only area that I've ever really heard a ton of noise from the outside is up in the castle area, or up at this whole thing's castle area. But it's up in the I don't know the
tower thing.
Yeah, the creepy suite.
The Queen Suite.
Yes.
creepy suite.
Up in the
Where the bed is?
No,
the top?
the tower area.
Oh.
There was all kinds of noise there from outside.
I won't go up there. So.
Oh, the Cosby room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't go up there. Y'all.
I don't blame you.
Next time we come, you all have fun up there. I'm not going.
I mean, that area I've heard a lot more in.
Well, that's when Dustin got that huge bang.
Well,
Right.
Tyler was in there too.
Oh.
I've been in attics, basements, crawl spaces. That creeped me out more than anything else.
It's not a happy space.
Why did that? Let me ask.
I think it was
because
the
Ty never gets creeped out. What was it for you?
The backstory.
Okay.
All the Cosbying that went on up there. Okay. So allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And it's just a creepy.
That's creepy.
Small room. I mean, it's a weird room to be in.
And while it was very nice, someone donated a ton of, I think there's Cinderella books up there. They donated like 100 of the same book.
Oh.
So all the books up there are the same book.
That's weird too.
It's a little weird. It was very nice. Someone decided to donate. I'm not trying to downplay that.
What era did the all those allegations come from? What
during
decade?
The Pythian years.
Okay, so
The person over the children.
Okay, so this would have been early on.
Yeah.
Early.
And rumors of allegedly things like that happen in the tunnel as well.
Okay.
Allegedly. I can't say.
Well, I
can't prove that, but
I can tell you that tunnel's freaky to be in.
It
is. And when you do go up, I don't know, there's just kind of a creepy feel to that tower area in general.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Let alone being here by yourself. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's
no, I wouldn't go up there alone.
That says a lot. It really does, because Ty actually craves that kind of creepiness, the stuff. You know,
I wouldn't go up there alone. No.
So that says a bunch.
Okay, well, I guess if we want to go ahead and stop for this week, next week we can bring in some more and just keep on going, and we'll see what we've kind of caught while we've been doing these too from here at the castle.
And we'll be back soon with another episode of Midwest Ghost Hunters Dark Matter Podcast.